Okay, let's see if that
Yes.
works.
Okay, there
There
we
we
go.
go. You're good.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. And Len, we'll talk about me getting the file from you so we can get it on YouTube.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Have a good class, guys.
All right. So
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Okay. So I apologize. This introduction is the only wordy one, but to get the full effect, we need to go through this. Let's see if I can manipulate my slides here. Why isn't this working? This is not good. Let me stop my share and start again. Okay, and share screen. And try one more time. And hopefully this works. I'm not able to do this. Why is
Well,
this?
here it's shared. It is shared.
Yeah, but I'm not able to use my PowerPoint here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, now there was just a slight delay. Okay, here we go. And could I ask you to start us off? Okay.
Okay. The 23rd Psalm, okay, commentary February 24 by Soloveitchik. Recently, in the Gaza Strip, a Jewish song was composed and sung. Its unlikely origin and subsequent story embodied Judaism itself. Colonel Golan Vach of the IDF had been silently stationed in Gaza with his fellow soldiers in the bleakness of night when a voice, humming a song, suddenly intruded on the darkness. It came from a comrade, Yossi Hershkovitz. Bach was intrigued and inquired as to the origin of the tune. I called out yes, and he replied, yes. I asked him what he was humming, and he said it was a song that he used to sing to himself. I asked him if he had written the tune, and he said yes. I asked him when, and he replied, when we started walking. The song, in other words, had been composed in the midst of war. Bach told Yossi Hershkovitz that he would like to hear it again. I asked him to sing it.
That the two would be so interested in music, even in the midst of battle, was not a surprise. Yossi Hershkovitz, a celebrated educator and principal of the Pelach High School for Boys in Jerusalem, was a gifted violinist who often played on behalf of the sick in Israel's hospitals. Golan Bach was from a musically famous family in Israel that had released a number of albums. Bach later described how he asked his comrade to teach him the tune. This was a very special moment when we were sitting there. It was total darkness. He was sitting next to me and singing a song. The tune Hershkovitz sang was newly composed, but the age-old Hebrew words were first written by a man who was himself a singer and a soldier. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
Thus did Hershkovitz teach Golan Bach a new way to sing the 23rd Psalm, a psalm that truly describes Bach's life. Bach leads Israel's National Rescue Unit, which is activated in case of disaster. He has overseen responses to catastrophes not only in Israel, but in humanitarian missions around the world. His entire career has been spent in the valley of the shadow of death, and yet faith has sustained him throughout, especially when he entered the greatest scene of suffering he had ever experienced.
Bach had seen death and destruction all over the world, but nothing compared with what he suddenly saw in the kibbutzim and communities near Gaza that were attacked on October 7th. He describes in an interview with CNS News how he was sent to the area almost immediately after, and one sentence suffices to describe the evidence of the evil he encountered. I found a mother lying protecting her baby, and she was shot in the back, and her baby was beheaded. But God, he believed, was there in that hell and made himself manifest. It was the fourth day of the mission to recover bodies. It was also my 49th birthday. We were driving back to our base, and after having carried out more than 250 dead Jews from the fire and destruction, I felt it was the saddest birthday of my life. Just before the sun set, I asked a small wish of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One. I asked for Am Yisrael to win.
And suddenly, out of nowhere, two terrorists opened fire from the right side of the road. We charged at them. One member of our group was wounded, but we killed both Hamas gunmen. I thanked HaKodash Baruch Hu, that I was granted the opportunity to revert back to being a soldier, not a body carrier, for a few minutes. Golem Vach found himself, as David described in his psalm, in the presence of my enemies, and there in the valley of death he found God while defending his people. No wonder he was so inspired by Yossi Hershkovitz's singing of this song.
The two of them, singing in the darkness, were the personifications of Judaism itself. For in the Talmud, the obligation to write a Torah scroll once in our lives is derived from Moses' final exhortation, write for yourselves this song. Judaism, according to this scriptural simile, is a song. It is not a turgid text, it is sheet music. The point, as Rabbi Jonathan Sachs suggested, is that no single note makes a song. And as music connects note to note, so faith connects episode to episode, life to life, age to age, in a timeless melody that breaks into time.
Thus did Hershkovitz and Vach, singing together, join note to note and life to life. Strikingly, interviews with Vach highlight how in these trying times he has found God above all in the connectedness of the Jewish people. The vituperative division in Israel prior to October 7th, he reflected in an interview with Jewish Action, was so toxic, so wrong, and we couldn't stop it. But suddenly, in the valley of the shadow of death, Vach saw the metaphysical bonds that link one to another in Israeli society. When we soldiers were tasked with carrying out the burnt remains of young people from the music festival, the bodies were lovingly handled by the wonderful Haredi volunteers of the Chevra Kadisha, those who care for dead. No one was willing to go to such a place, but they did. That's the people of Israel, and I know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is guiding us and that he loves us.
These feelings of unity were similarly felt by Yossi Hershkovitz. On Friday, November 10th, Hershkovitz recorded from Gaza a video to be shown to his students, emphasizing Jewish unity in his message. Today in Israel, there is no right wing, no left wing, no Haredim, just Jews. That evening, Hershkovitz fell in battle, killed by a bomb that Hamas had planted at the entrance to one of its terror tunnels. Among the immediate mourners was Golden Vach, who found that the physical loss was compounded by another loss. Quote, what most upset me was I couldn't remember the song. It was as though he had been severed from Hershkovitz himself, a disconnecting of notes, a delinking of lives. But God, it seemed, was again with him in the valley of the shadow of death. For at the very moment when Bach did bid farewell to his friend, the song suddenly came back to him. At the funeral, Bach recounts, I remembered it.
Thus did Bach, as the writer Dovi Safier put it, engage in the most unusual mission of his career. The leader of Israel's National Rescue Unit rescued his friend's final composition. Sitting at the Shiva with Hershkovitz's children, Bach sang their beloved father's last song to his sons and daughters, ensuring that it would be forever remembered, transforming the ephemeral into the eternal. The Hershkovitz children followed the Shiva by recording their father's song together, reflecting how, as music connects note to note, so faith connects episode to episode, life to life. Hershkovitz's teenage son, Be'eri, visited America soon after the Shiva and described it all. As a result of my loss of my father, I feel that I am kind of walking in the Gezalmavet, the valley of the shadow of death. However, I am aware that my mother and my family, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and my father are with me as well.
Then Hershkovitz's musical son sat at the piano and played the tune his father had composed, singing, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. You, of course, refers to the divine, but suddenly his father was with him as well, as the music connected a note to a note, a life to a life, in the melody of the Jewish people. The psalm he sang embodied an eternal nation. It bespeaks a faith maintained throughout centuries despite so many deaths. It is this faith that guides so many in a country that is in sorrow, with so many soldiers separated from their families and so many hostages still held. There are, in other words, multitudes in Israel who long to utter the words of another psalm as well. When the Lord returned the captives of Zion, we were as dreamers. Then our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongues with song. I'm going to play you the song. It's done at a Shiva tent. I don't think it was necessarily Hershkowitz's Shiva tent. Maybe it was, I'm not sure, or at another funeral. I don't know if Hershkowitz meant it to be dirge-like, but it comes out this way, and to get the full effect, I'm just going to let it play out here. Let me make this louder and start it again. This is loud. You may have to turn up the volume on your computers or devices to hear it better. Yeah. Next song I'm going to share with you is one perhaps many of you have seen. It's quite different in mood and and purpose. No. That I don't want to do. How many of you, raise your hands, have seen this piece here, the Homeland concert? It was going around a couple of months ago. So on December 18th, 1,000 Israeli singers and musicians gathered from a Homeland concert in the Caesarea Amphitheater, Caesarea, along the Mediterranean Sea to warm everyone's frozen hearts, in the words of the producer, with its theme of bringing the remaining 129 hostages home. When some of the hostage families arrived and joined in the singing, their presence deeply reinforced the bring them home message. Producer Yaram had envisioned something that felt universal, national, without any big names. When Yaram sent out the call for volunteer musicians, nearly 2,000 responded. She ended up with 1,000 musicians, professional, amateur, all ages and instruments, with backgrounds in musical genres ranging from orchestral to rock. A medley of lyrics from beloved songwriter and poet Ehud Manor combined his famous classic song Habaita, Home, or Bring Them Home, with Hatikva, the Hope. One did not need to know the Hebrew to be affected by the power of the concert, as the voices and instruments conveyed transformative prayers. The English lyrics, another hour has passed, another hour of madness. The weeds have grown in the path in the garden. The wind sighed, opening the shutter, banging the old wall, as if calling home, home, it's time to return from hills, from foreign fields. The day is fading, there's no sign. Home, home, before the light is dimmed, cold nights, bitter nights, closing in until the dawn. I pray for you. Bound in the grip of fear, I hear steps. Home, home, because it hasn't yet been given, as was promised long ago. Let me try to make this louder. Okay.
Lady might have to stop sharing and start again because all that we're getting is a blank screen here.
Okay, hold on. That's because, let's see if I, thanks for telling me. Why is that still playing? I don't know. Is there a reprise to that? That should have stopped. I don't know why it's still playing.
Get it on.
It's not on our, we're not hearing it because
Oh,
you
you're not
stopped
hearing
screen
it.
sharing. Yeah, you stopped
Okay.
screen sharing, so now we're hearing it.
Okay. Oh, is everybody seeing that? Good. Okay. Let's see. In November 3rd, in November 3rd interview with I-24 Israeli news site, the composers of Am Echad, one people, written just 10 short days after the events of October 7th, discussed their song. The song echoed throughout Jewish communities in the world, crossing all language barriers, they described, detailing the millions of views across various social platforms, as well as countless shares and private messages. Nevertheless, the song also faced heavy astroturfing attempts, which is a word I didn't know until I looked it up, which is, it seems to be coming from a recognized groundswell, but actually it's planted by an organization attempting to discredit something else that's online, to have it removed from social media, particularly on TikTok, with thousands of reports likely by users from hostile countries, as was the case with Facebook, which required limiting the ability to comment on Israeli posts. We are determined every day to spread this song to all people, to awaken the hope that is in our hearts, and to have it be a reminder that our strength is our unity, they concluded. Indeed, they have received plenty of phone calls from various organizations asking to have the song translated into different languages to spread the song of hope even wider throughout Jewish communities throughout the world. The performance is by Ariel Zuriev. And I think you will be able to see the lyrics in the song here.
ללא מילים, ללא תחושות, אין מנוס ממחשבות, יש פה קרע לא מוסבר, איך שרים כשלב נשבר, אני פה מול החדשות, לא מעכל את הדמעות, אם אנחנו עם נבחר, איך נחרד גורל אכזר, ואין תשובות, ערפל כבד נחת עכשיו, למי פונים? הנשמה פצועה בקרב, שמע ישראל אומרים יחדיו, עוד לא עבדה תקוותנו להיות חופשי בארצנו, שמע ישראל כולנו עם אחד, עוד לא עבדה תקוותנו להיות חופשי בארצנו, שמע ישראל כולנו עם אחד. אי אפשר לתאר במילים את הזוועות, הנפש פצועה, רק רצינו לרקוד, לא רוצים עוד לראות אמהות שבוכות, מה כבר ביקשנו בשקט לחיות? אין לנו ארץ אחרת, גם אם האדמה פה בוערת, אז די לפילוג, די לשנאה, מסתכלים עלינו, מנצלים את החולשה, זה הזמן לאהוב, להפיץ את התקווה, להרים את הראש, לחייך חזרה, כי כולנו אחים לא רק במלחמה, עם ישראל זה אותה משפחה, אנחנו ננצח, אין פה ספקות, בהיסטוריה ניצחנו בכל הקרבות, כל השונאים יאללה ביי, עם ישראל חי! כולנו עם אחד.
Can you all see that? Okay. Next one is called Tirkad Lenatseach, Dance Forever. And no, not that. Come back. On October 26th, the electronic dance movement group Infected Mushroom released the song and video, Tirkad Lenatseach, dedicated to survivors of the supernova rave at which at least 260 people died.
הלב שוכב בחול איתך, הראש בעננים. תני לי 2 דקות איתך, ילדה של החיים. שתהיה לי מאושר, תמיד אמרת זה העיקר, והכאב על הפנים שלך אף פעם לא ניכר. בדוק היית גם מתעקשת ואני לב ממתכת, אין מצב שאת הולכת, כן אחרת זה נגמר. עכשיו נשאר לי רק שקט ואין לי אף אחד, הלב שלי צורח כי היא תרקוד לנצח בשקט, ואין לי אף אחד, הלב שלי שוכח שהיא תרקוד שוכב בחול איתך, הראש בעננים. תן לי 2 דקות איתך, מלאך של אלוהים. שתהיה לי מאושר, תמיד אמרת העיקר, ואיך תמיד חייכת שיספרו לי שנגמר. בדוק היית מתעקש ומשחק תמיד באש, אין מצב אתה הולך, איך הלב שלי נשבר. עכשיו נשאר לי רק שקט ואין לי אף אחד, הלב שלי צורח, אתה תרקוד לנצח בשקט, ואין לי אף אחד, הלב שלי צורח, אתה תרקוד לנצח, אוי לנצח.
Uh, every time I see that, it's overwhelming. We're going to move away from sadness and into the response of anger, deep anger in Israel. The next two songs are going to be difficult in that way because the rage will be palpable in them. Some people will have problems with this. It's very, these songs will be very disturbing in the language. But it also highlights the use of rap, which is hip hop, which has come of age in Israel, particularly in this year and particularly in these songs. So this is what I'm going to show you next. Actually, does not have English subtitles, so I'm going to have to go through that with you. So it's just in Hebrew. Let's see if I can get it here. Actually, this one is not that. This one actually may be an uplifting song on Israel. The one after that is this one may be more okay. Stop the share and go back in. Okay. Can you all see this? Okay. By Eyal Golan. No, no. Okay. No, that's not that one. Makes me go back several times to get it. There we go. Okay, here again. Okay, Eyal Golan, considered by many to be Israel's premier male singer in the pop Mizrahi style, has made several tracks addressing the war, including this patriotic anthem, Am Yisrael Chai, released just a week and a half after October 7th. Musicologist Avi Bar-Eitan states that these kinds of patriotic songs serve a very important function as they strengthen Israeli identity, social cohesion, and general morale. This one does have subtitles.
בקרוב תזרח השמש, נדע ימים יפים מאלה, הלב נלחם בדאגות. כולם יחזרו הביתה, נחכה להם למטה, הלוואי נדע בשורות טובות. כי עם הנצח לעולם לא מפחד, אפילו כשקשה לראות. כולם ביחד, אף אחד פה לא בודד, שישרפו המלחמות. עם ישראל חי, אם לא נשכח תמיד להיות מאוחדים. עם ישראל חי, בעליות בירידות, גם בשעות הכי קשות, הקדוש ברוך הוא שומר עלינו, אז מי יכול עלינו? כי אין לנו עוד מדינה, תעשה שלום בינינו, שמור על ילדינו, כי לא אבדה האמונה. עם ישראל, עם ישראל חי. עם ישראל חי. אור ארצי נחלתנו, לא תיפול כעת רוחנו, מסביב ברזל של חרבות. ויונה תפרוס כנפיים, התקווה בת שנות 2000, עוד נצא לשיר ברחובות. כי עם הנצח לעולם לא מפחד, אפילו כשקשה לראות. כולם ביחד, אף אחד פה לא בודד, שישרפו המלחמות. עם ישראל אחדים. עם ישראל חי, בעליות בירידות, גם בשעות הכי קשות. הקדוש ברוך הוא שומר עלינו, אז מי יכול עלינו? כי אין לנו עוד מדינה. תעשה שלום בינינו, שמור על ילדינו, כי לא אבדה האמונה. הקדוש ברוך הוא שומר עלינו, אז מי יכול עלינו? כי אין לנו עוד מדינה. תעשה שלום בינינו, שמור על ילדינו, כי לא אבדה האמונה. עם ישראל חי, כי עם ישראל חי.
Now we get to the difficult songs, for all difficulties in their own way. This is the one that I have to give you the lyrics that does not have them. Stop the shooting. Can you all see that? Okay, good. This one's called Ze Aleinu. It's on us by a group called Subliminal. Yeah. Keep something like it brings me back. Okay, try again. Okay. That should be good. Following comments are from a Times of Israel article last month. The music video opens with a martial, ominous rhythm set against a kaleidoscope of images: a baby in a crib, scenes of destruction from the Gaza-adjacent communities, IDF soldiers marching through a misty field, tanks lined up in a row, a Jewish man standing with a prayer shawl and phylacteries, exploding buildings in a desolate urban landscape. As the main beat drops in, the man turns out to be veteran Israeli rapper Subliminal, who in his gravelly voice launches into his first verses. Good evening, Gaza. Another day, another dead Nazi Nova. People are on the beach. Golani Brigade is in the parliament. They're saying to Yaha Sinwar, yeah, we've seen a war. Boom, bye-bye, bitch, your time is over. On playlists since late January, the track is just one example from a wave of new popular music released in response to the events of October 7th and the Israel-Hamas war, a prolific output that serves as a window into the psyche of Israeli society at a precarious and transformative time. Subliminal song Ze Aleinu, It's on Us, is performed with his longtime hip-hop collaborator, The Shadow, along with younger singer Raviv Kaner. It's an angry anthem about a country seeking victory in a war of survival while simultaneously looking to the future. Its clear militarism and emotionality come after other hip-hop songs about the war. So be prepared. Hold on to your seats for this one. I have to take you through the lyrics. Good evening, Gaza, another day, another dead Nazi. Nova on the beach, Golani in the parliament. They say to Yan HaSwinwar, yeah, we've seen war. Bye, bye, bye. Your time is up. Firecracker and thunder, I come like lightning, not Ehud, not Aaron, not Obama. The tank. Brothers, don't wait for the order to put on the uniform. Lions and lionesses, enter on tigers. My sentences are arrows intercepting thoughts. Every word is a mark of injury. Every letter between intentions. They hear the falls. They run into the shelters, jumping into the shafts. Two grenades, RPG, pager, zig-zig, fire, target, ID, 2-3, shagar. Boom, everything is accurate and also fatal. You wanted Fauda, in the end you got the finale. Even when the heart is broken, always know that tomorrow will come, and hope is like dirt. It will grow. It will come to us from now, I swear. We will fight for the next generation. Even if the road is long, we will not forget. We will not forget to forgive. This is on us. I forged in blood a shadow of a man. Feelings of revenge burn hot within me. The drums of war and the heart, both rapapam. Women and children melted into coal. Doesn't give me rest. Awake, not falling asleep. The crying fear like the end of the world. Looking at the children, suddenly I'm there, saying, God, take me in their place. I'm a fighter, I'm a fighter, I'm a hunter, not afraid to die alone. To one, I'm a lion, and they are sheep. They are sheep, I'm a predator. They are hunted, there are no survivors. You will not break my spirit, you will not crush the soul. You will not rape, not murder, not burn the hope. Not a small cowardly Jew with shaky knees, a Jew with firepower, smoke and swords. This is the God of vengeance in the name of souls. No, I have no mercy, and you don't have forgiveness. Prayers won't help you, seed of Amalek. There's no forgiveness for swarms of rats. They will die in the dungeons. Even when the heart is broken, always now tomorrow will come. And hope is like dirt. It will grow. It will come. It's on us. From now, I swear we will fight for the next generation. Even if the road is long, we will not forget. We will not forgive. This is on us. So here are our children. We are all one, all united, the same boat. Voila, this is the situation, for better or worse. It doesn't matter who you voted for, nor origins, nor religion. We're one. Now it is cloudy, but there is still hope. The light hasn't gone out. Guarding the house, guarding the heart for the family, sanctifying life, sanctifying goodness, sanctifying love, guarding over the children, the future, the joy. When logic ends, suddenly faith begins. How will you be able to learn if you aren't able to remember? How will you defeat the darkness if you run from the light? This is the time of correction. This is the time of action. So prepare well for the flood, because this is the generation of redemption. Oos, the order of the hour is a reconciliation order. Oos, suddenly my brother with his drymel entered the booking office. Oos, and our brother from Kaplan came again to the synagogue. The future of our children depends only on the homeland and on no other. Even when the heart is broken, always know that tomorrow will come. And hope is like dirt. It will grow. It will come upon us. From now, I swear, fighting for the next generation. Even though the road is long, we will not forget, we will not forgive. This is on us. Here we go.
טוב ירסה, עוד יום עוד נאצי מת נובה על החוף גולני על הפרלמנט אומרים ליחיא סינואר Yeah we've seen war, boom bye bye bitch הזמן שלך נגמר חזיז ורעם, מיבא כמו ברק לא אהוד, לא אהרון, לא אובמה הטנק אחים לא מחכים לצו עולים על המדים אריות ולוויות נכנסים על נמרים משפטים שלי חצים מיירטים את המחשבות כל מילה זה בול פגיעה כל אות בין כוונות שומעים את הנפילות רצים למחילות קופצים אל הפירים קוברים את הנבלות שני רימונים RPG פאג'ר בום הכל מדויק וגם פטלי רציתם פאודה בסוף קיבלתם את הפינאלי motherfuckers
תדע תמיד יבוא מחר ואל תקווה מיני עפר היא תצמח, היא תבוא, זה עלינו ועכשיו אני נשבע נלחם בשביל הדור הבא גם אם הדרך ארוכה לא נשכח, לא נסלח, זה עלינו
חושרתי בדם, צל של אדם רגשות הנקם באורות בי וחם תופי מלחמה גם הלב רפפם נשים וילדים שהותחו לפחם לא נותן לי מנוח, ער לא נרדם הפחד הבכי כמו סוף העולם מביט בילדים, פתאום אני שם אומר אלוקים קח אותי במקומם אני לוחם, אני צייד לא מפחד למות לבד אני אריה והם כבשים אני טורף אתם ניצודים, לא תשברו לי את הרוח, לא תרסקו את הנשמה, לא תאנסו, לא תרצחו, לא תשרפו את התקווה. לא יהודי קטן פחדן עם ברכיים רועדות, יהודי עם כוח אש, תימות עשן וחרבות. זה אל הנקמות בשם הנשמות, לא אין לי רחמים ואין לכם סליחות. זרע עמלק לא יעזרו לכם תפילות, אין מחילה לנחילי חולדות, תמותו במחילות.
כשהלב נשבר, תדע תמיד יבוא מחר, ואת תקווה מיני עפר, היא תצמח, היא תבוא, זה עלינו, ועכשיו אני נשבר, נלחם בשביל הדור הבא, גם אם הדרך ארוכה, לא נשכח, לא נסלח, זה עלינו.
אז הנה הבנו, כולנו אחד, כולנו ביחד, אותה הסירה. וואלה זה המצב, לטוב או לרע, לא משנה מי בחרת, כולנו אחד, לא מוצא ולא דת גם, עכשיו מעונן, אבל יש עוד תקווה, האור לא קבע, שומרים על הבית, שומרים על הלב, על המשפחה, מקדשים את החיים, מקדשים את הטוב, מקדשים אהבה, שומרים על הילדים, על העתיד, על השמחה, שנגמר ההיגיון, אז פתאום מתחילה אמונה. איך תהיה מסוגל ללמוד אם אתה לא מסוגל לזכור, איך תנצח את החושך אם אתה בורח מהאור. זה הזמן של התיקון, זה הזמן לפעולה, אז תתכונן טוב למבול, כי זהו דור הגאולה. צבא שעה הוא צף פיוס, פתאום אח שלי משטריימר נכנס לשכת גיוס, ואח שלנו מקפלן שהוא בא לבית הכנסת, העתיד של הילדים שלנו תלוי רק במולדת ואין אחרת.
גם כשהלב נשבר, תדע תמיד יבוא מחר, ואת תקווה מיני עפר, היא תצמח, היא תבוא, זה עלינו, מעכשיו אני נשבע, נלחם בשביל הדור הבא, גם אם הדרך ארוכה, לא נשכח, לא נסלח, זה עלינו.
Yeah. These are hard. You can feel the raw anger. These are difficult and disturbing. The next one will be even more so, just trigger warning for that. But it's necessary to share with you these songs to see what is popular in Israel right now. Can you see this? Habu Dabu?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, good. No, come back. No. Do this several times to get it. Okay, one more time. Okay. There we go. This should work this time. No.
Is that coming up?
Yeah. Now it is. All right. You good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, good. Harbu Dabu is a song by Israeli musical duo Ness and Stilla. The song quickly reached #1 on streaming platforms in Israel after its release on November 14th. The song's title refers to raining hell on one's opponent, being derived from an Arabic expression meaning swords and strikes or mayhem in war. In Hebrew, the phrase comes from criminal slang, actually, and means to destroy an enemy. The lyrics of the song support the soldiers of the IDF and condemn the perpetrators of the Hamas attack on Israel, calling for the deaths of the leaders of Hamas. Ness, which was Nessia, Levy, and Stilla, Dora Sorka, said that they wrote Habu Darbu to raise the Israeli people's morale, deciding that it was time to replace the sadness with anger. In a post on Instagram, Soroka and Levy wrote, "We're back in the studio. This is the result. The song is not really our song, it's your song. For more than a month, all the fighters, the female fighters, the security forces all over the country have been giving their hearts and souls for all of us. The song is yours and only yours, and you should know it well. Every dog gets its day." As a patriotic anthem, Harbu Dabu praises the soldiers of the IDF, The song's chorus is a roll call of the units of the IDF, including the Golani Brigade, the Nachal Brigade, the Armored Corps, the Givati Brigade, the Navy, the Air Force, the Artillery, paratroopers, the Duvdavan unit, the Armored Personnel Carriers. In a verse by Ness, she raps about how all the girls have their eyes on the soldiers. The song endorses writing the names of the Israeli children who died in the Gaza envelope on bombshells. Another verse says that the slogan, Free Palestine, sounds like a holiday sale. Haru Dabru condemns the perpetrators of the Hamas attack on Israel and calls for revenge on anyone who planned, executed, or supported it. It tells the people of Gaza to wait for bombs to rain on you like a debt, with one verse referring to Hamas as sons of Amalek, echoing Prime Minister Netanyahu's statement in the wake of the attack, saying that Israelis were committed to completely eliminating this evil from the world, adding, "You must remember what Amalek has done to you," says her Bible, and we do remember. The lyrics call for enemies to be X'd out using the phrase, every dog will come, every dog's day will come, in Arabic, conveying the idea that the wrongdoers will eventually face consequences. The song then names a series of enemies, beginning with Hezbollah Secretary General Hezbollah Secretary Hassan Nasrallah, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh, and Hamas military commander Mohammed Deif. The song goes on to call for the deaths of Western celebrities, also Bella Hadid, Dua Lipa, and Mia Khalifa, who expressed solidarity with the Palestinian people and criticized Israel. Like I said, this is a difficult song. Review of the song in the Times of Israel found that it encapsulates this feeling of righteous fury following the month's previous Hamas-led attack, while an article in the Jerusalem Post called it an angry rap tune. Wynette called it an infectious trap piece. An article in the foreword called Harbu Dabru a hawkish war cry. Israel studies professor Shana Weiss said that the anger and extreme politics of the song are a departure from the sad songs traditionally played on the radio during times of conflict. Boy, is it. With Harbu Dabru being a rally around the flag Zionist anthem more typical of the Second Intifada. In the Arab world, the song has called outrage, with Al Jazeera and Middle East Eye saying that the song endorsed genocide. Billboard magazine, however, included it in the Hanukkah playlist, comparing it to Leonard Cohen's performance for the IDF in the 1973 Yom Kippur War. A music video was released alongside the single, featuring, you'll see that, okay. With the ongoing warfare and resulting upheavals, in comparison to the music from Israel's previous wars, the most striking difference is rage. This is something we haven't experienced before in Israeli music generally, says author Yossi Klein Halevi, a senior fellow at the Shalom Hartman Institute. Speaking about the current moment, Klein Halevi says, "I love this music, I love the rage, and that it's so authentic. It gives a real direction to what the kids are going through. I feel that what is happening in this war is that Israeli rap have come of age." We have the lyrics on this, so here we go. Some say this is the theme song for the war.
חבורת עכברים פאקרים יוצאים מהמחילה, עושים אבו-עלי הטמבונים, וואלה מילה לא תהיה מחילה. על מי אתה חושב שאתה בעל פה צועק פלסטין בחינם? תפי, יא בני עמלק, חבלה. שמאל ימין שמאל איך כל המדינה במדים מגליל עד אילת. לוחמים לוחמות טוב לבן ומג"ב קרקל ברדלס. הבאנו את כל הצבא עליכם ונשבע לא תהיה מחילה. תפי, יא בני עמלק, כל היחידות מוכנות. גולני, נחלאווי, שריון, איפה גבעתי? חיל הים, חיל האוויר, תותחנים, צנחנים. כל היחידות בצה"ל במוד לחרבו דרבו על הראשך. גולני, נחלאווי, שריון, איפה גבעתי? כל הלוחמות באוויר, על נזי סוף וכפיר. כל היחידות בצה"ל באים לחרבו דרבו על הראש להם.
את התחת כי זה חיל האוויר, מרגישים תרת את התל אביב. כל הבנות דופקות לחיילים בבתים, וגם הוא בחדשות פתאום נראה לי חתיך. הם צועקים עליי חינם פלסטין, אבל משום מה זה נשמע לי כמו מבצע לחגים. חצי דקה וכל המדינה במדים, במילואים, בסדיר, כולם 1, 2, 3 בשביל אמא ואבא, כל החבר'ה שלי בחזית, אחת לסבתא וסבא, חושבים שמות על הפגזים, הילד בעוטף עזה, גליל
לים, חיל האוויר תותחנים, צנחנים כל היחידות בצה"ל במוד לך ארבו על הראשך גולני, נחלאווי שריון, תפור גבעתי כל הלוחמות באוויר על נזי סוף וכפיר כל היחידות בצה"ל באים לך ארבו על הראש להם וואי וואי עוד איקס לנשק כל קלפי ג'ומו חבוש נפילה לחם גשם כחבות כל קלפי ג'ומו כל מי שתכנן, כל מי שתמך, כל מי שביצע, כל מי שרצח כל קלפי ג'ומו הסתבכת כל קלפי ג'ומו שמעת כל קלפי ג'ומו נסראללה כל קלפי ג'ומו מוחמד אף כל קלפי ג'ומו עניה כל קלפי ג'ומו אבו בקלאווה כל קלפי ג'ומו בלח על ידוע ליפה מי הקליפה כל קלפי ג'ומו כל היחידות בצה"ל באים לך ארבו על הראש להם וואי וואי
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he have something?
This next one will be a reprieve from that, but also difficult in its own way. They're showing up?
Yes.
Yeah. Go back at a third time. It always makes me do that. Okay, one more time. Should be good now. A powerful example of the zeitgeist, or another powerful example of the nice zeitgeist, is Shir Shel Noam, Noam Song 2, by rapper Mayor Ashkenazi. The track released in November features Noam Cohen, a survivor of the Supernova Party massacre. The video features a recreation of Cohen's harrowing experience on October 7th, as rapped by Ashkenazi over a melancholy guitar and minimalist beat, and mentions by name several of Cohen's friends who did not survive. Noam Song 2, which features lyrics like, I don't have a place to run, I hear the explosions, I'm full of blood, I escaped by luck, most of my body survived, but my mind is still there, is an example of the airing out and the regulation of emotions. A very important function of popular music, says Dr. Avi Bar Eitan, senior lecturer in the music department at Bar Ilan, and a scholar of Israeli popular music. The current crop of songs creates a space for dealing with all the issues around feelings and the very extreme range of emotions people are going through, Bar Eitan explains. Fear, post-trauma, the difficulties, the war, all of these things have become part of the songs.
נוסעים בתוך המכונית, יורים עלינו מחבלים, אני לא אשכח אף פעם. נכנס לתוך המיגונית ומתקשר לאבא שלי, מקווה שהוא כבר קם. אין לאן לרוץ, אני שומע את הפיצוץ ואני מתמלא בדם. יצאתי במזל ורוב הגוף שלי ניצל, אבל הראש שלי עוד שם. כבר שבועיים וחצי אני לא נרדם, אני לא אשכח את לזר באוטו מלא בדם, וכבר בא לי לשחרר מזה ולהרגיש אחרת, אבל ברגל שלי עדיין יש קליע למזכרת. פתאום כולם מרחמים עליי, נמאס לי, באים כדי לשמוע סיפורים אבל ברסמי אין לי חשק לדבר על זה יותר, אבל אם אתם באמת רוצים לשמוע מה עברתי, אני לא אשכח שאני מתכסה גופות כדי למנוע מהרסיסים לחדור לי אל הגוף. אני לא אשכח את הבחור שהתפלל לאלוהים וכל אדם שלו עף לי על הפרצוף. אני לא אשכח את הריח השרוף של האנשים ואת העשן שממלא את כל החדר. אני לא אשכח שמעתי אנשים שצועקים צהל בא, ואז הגיעו מחבלים על טנדר. העיניים וקולט שאני חי, אני מזיז את הגופות של חברים שלי מעליי. בחור גוסס בלי רגל תופס לי בנעליים, אבל אם אני אשמור עליו אז מי ישמור עליי על החיים, על כל מה שרציתי להיות, איך החיים עוברים לי במוח בכמה שניות, מלא תהיות, למות או לחיות בין יריות, אני מבין שאין ברירה, אני חייב לנסות. אני מציץ בזהירות מהכניסה של המיגונית, מקווה לראות אדם אחד שמדבר עברית, מכונית של יהודים פתאום עוברת, אני רץ ומתחנן שיפתחו לי את הדלת וצועק על הנהג שייסע הכי מהר, נשכב שם במושב האחורי ומסתתר, הרגל שלי מדממת אבל אני עוד לא מת, עדיין לא קולט שהצלחתי להימלט.
מסיבת הדמים ברעים שבה נרצחו מאות חוגגים, אחד מהאנשים שהגיעו לאותה מסיבה הוא נועם בחור צעיר ראשון לציון. נועם נכנס תוך שניות בסרט אימה, הוא היה אחד הצלמים הגיע לתעד את האירוע הזה. חייו ניצלו 3 פעמים.
נוסעים בתוך המכונית, יורים עלינו מחבלים, אני לא אשכח אף פעם. נכנס לתוך המיגונית ומתקשר לאבא שלי, מקווה שהוא כבר קם. אין לאן לרוץ, אני שומע את הפיצוץ ואני מתמלא בדם. יצאתי במזל ורוב הגוף שלי ניצל, אבל הראש שלי עוד שם. אולי הגוף שלי ניצל, אבל חלק שבי מת ביום שרז הפך לזל. אולי אני לא כזה חזק, כי כשאני רואה תמונות שלך אחי אני נחנק. את כל מה שקרה אני לא שוכח, אבל אני לא אתן לחרות לנצח. ובלילות עדיין יש לי סיוטים, אבל אף אחד לא יוריד לי את החיוך מהפנים.
Oh, yeah. We'll have a chance to discuss when we're all done, but I have some more to show you. I have 3 more to share with you. Following is from the Times of Israel in January. Quote, I was so burned no one recognized me, says Fauda actor Idan Ahmadi of his Gaza injuries. As he prepared to be discharged from the Sheba Medical Center on Thursday, Israeli actor and songwriter Idan Ahmadi promised to return to entertaining his fans in Israel and around the world after recovering from serious injuries he sustained while fighting in the Gaza Strip. I am grateful for all the messages, love, and support I have received from thousands of people. My spirit is stronger than ever. I will return to acting and singing. If I can, I will even go back to fighting the war, he said. Ahmadi, perhaps best known for his role on the hit TV show Fauda, was seriously wounded by an explosion on January 8th as he served in the Combat Engineering Corps reserves in Gaza. 6 soldiers were killed and several others, including Ahmadi, were injured in the incident, which was apparently accidentally caused by IDF troops. 2.5 weeks later, Ahmadi and his doctors told reporters at a press conference at Sheba Hospital that he still faces a long course of rehabilitation and that he's expected to make a good recovery. Ahmadi, looking weak and with bandaged arms, shared the details of his condition when he first arrived at the hospital. Quote, I was burned to the point that no one recognized me. Shrapnel pierced my back, my neck and spine, and I am lucky that none of it hit any main blood vessels. We also have broken bones, including fingers, but I know I will get back to playing guitar and hopefully I will be able to be in Fauda season 5, he said. That's him on the right. That's him speaking in January later. Ahmadi expressed condolences to the families of the fallen, saying that he knows that their pain will remain forever. Quote, the families should know that their sons and daughters made a huge difference, he said. On a personal note, Ahmadi shared the emotional wound he bears and the responsibility he feels for not being able to make sure that the soldiers he commanded returned home safely. This will stay with me my whole life. One day I will be able to talk about it, he said. In the wake of Ahmadi's serious injuries, some of his songs, and particularly this one, Ke'ev Shaloch Halochamim, The Pain of Fighters, has become synonymous with the war. The song was originally written in his 2010 during his 2010 military service and speaks of the emotional bond between soldiers and also very poignantly about PTSD. He performed it in 2010 on the Israeli version of A Star Is Born, Kochav Nolad, and it was named Song of the Year in 2011 by Galgalatz, the army radio station. In response to the Gaza war, the Revivo Project recorded their version of it on October 15th of 2023. After Idan Amani was critically injured in the incident and members of his army engineering unit perished, the song took on an even deeper meaning. The song can now be heard in army units and in the Tel Aviv hostage tent and on the airwaves.
ערב ראשון שלבד יושב וכותב לך מכתב על כל הדברים שהיו, כל מה שקרה בדיוק, אותיות מופיעות על הקיר, אני הפחד נעים להכיר, הדמויות אוהבות לשחק, זזות כאן בבית הריק, ואת לא יודעת כמה ממך ניסיתי להסתיר את כל הסיוטים בלילה, צרחות ודם על המדים, את לא מבינה כבר למה אני זמן כבר לא אני, תמונות רצות מאותו לילה, דמעות כאב של לוחמים, זה ערב ראשון שאת שם שוכב וחושב לא נרדם, שקט לאט מתנגן, מקדיש לך עכשיו שיר בלי שם, שיר בלי שם, ואת לא יודעת כמה ממך ניסיתי להסתיר את כל הסיוטים בלילה, צרחות ודם על המדים, את לא מבינה כבר למה אני זמן כבר לא אני, תמונות רצות מאותו לילה, דמעות כאב של לוחמים, וזה ערב ראשון שלבד יושב וכותב לך.
Yeah. PTSD treatment is going to be a major challenge for Israel in the coming year or years. more. We go through this every time. Yeah, good, okay. This one needs no introduction, self-explanatory. No, not that one. There we go. This is by the IDF Army more uplifting.
2000 שנות היסטוריה ולעד תקומה, חוליה עוד חוליה, שרשרת נפש הומייה. יש בית, יש בית להילחם. באצבעות רכות עוטפות את הכאב, הן נצמדות חזק לתוך אגרוף של אהבה. הנני, סלחני, כי יש עוד דרך ארוכה. לא נולד האור שלא ינצח חושכה.
One more to go. Okay, this is our last one. No. Okay. This is from Arutz Sheva, just 1 week after the war began. Amid the war against Hamas, Israeli singer Hanan Ben Ari composed a song titled Molevet, or Homeland. In the song, the singer turns to the land of Israel and says, "I hope you are holding on to happy moments as a memento. People used to write songs about you, remember?" Ben Ari's emotive words ask searching questions about the state of the nation. Sleeping Beauty, or how much longer will you bleed, he ponders. In the song, Ben Ari restates his devotion to Israel despite all the hardships. Quote, "I sing to you an old song. I remain faithful to you forever, forever. You are one and unique. You will always be my homeland, even on the edge of the abyss, even in the middle of hell. You are heaven, paradise," he concludes. The song is accompanied by a music video that shows some of the nicer moments from these dark days. Israelis lined up to donate blood, civilians distributing food to IDF soldiers, and IDF reservists getting married on the front lines, pro-Israel rally in New York, and more. This song is dedicated to my country, Ben Ari wrote. Not the one that was here until a week ago, the one that we will establish after all this is over, when we arise from the inferno, when we return from the battle. This song is dedicated to my nation, the most beautiful nation in the world. Don't watch the news, don't tweet on Twitter, go out to the streets and look. I'm Israel Chai, remember.
מקווה שאת עוד שומרת רגעים שמחים למזכרת. פעם אנשים עוד כתבו לך כאן שירים על מחברת. זוכרת היפהפייה נרדמת, עד מתי תהי מדממת? ברחובות כולם אין חלון ואין סולם, אין גם דלת או שלט. אז שר לך שיר ישן, שיר ישן, שיר ישן, נשאר לך נאמן, נאמן לעולם, לעולם. הנביאים חזו לך אחרת, מישהו נרדם במשמרת. איפה החלום? אין אמת ואין שלום, אין גם צדק, רק צדק. אז שר לך שיר ישן, שיר ישן, שיר ישן, נשאר לך נאמן, נאמן לעולם, לעולם, לעולם לא נשבר. בשלום ובצר, במתוק ובמר, רק איתך אני שר.
No war is survived. We have no place else to go.
רק איתך אני שר. את היחידה מיוחדת, לעולם תהי לי מולדת. גם על סף תהום, גם בתוך הגיהנום, את גן עדן, גן עדן.
תשכח ימיני, תדבק לשוני לחיקי, אם לא אזכרכי, אם לא עלה את ירושלים, על ראש שמחתי.
Okay. Am I still sharing a screen here? Okay. I can see all of you. Okay, comments, reactions, thoughts. speak. This is just chime in. Unmute and chime in.
Unmute yourself.
Unmute and chime in. Have they left you too stunned to have words?
Well, I just want to say thank you for compiling this and sharing it with all of us. The music speaks or sings for itself. There's really nothing to say.
Len, I want to thank you for an excellent presentation. It was extremely erudite and I learned a lot and I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Len, first of all, thank you. This was unbelievable. But I did notice on your playlist, you also had Hurricane that you didn't talk about. And, I know there were several versions before they finally got to one that they're going to use at the Eurovision contest. Is that the one that you had, or did you have an earlier version?
Well, I had both. I had the earlier one, which was rejected, and I have Hurricane, but time did not permit me to go on it. And also, it's something that's at some point in the future, I will do a whole series on Eurovision and Israel. There's a lot of music there, but we'll save that for another time. Yes, but that's around in the news. Just look, you Google Hurricane and Eurovision, and you will get up to date on what's going on with that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, and thank you again for all the time you put into this.
Again, and I support the same thing. Thank you again, Len, for all that you do to make our days so fulfilling.
Okay, I hope you take this with you. As powerful and as I say, as disturbing as some of this was, it gives you the feeling of what the Israeli public and soldiers and everyone involved, is experiencing in a way that you can't just get from news reports or from the written word. Just to see the music speaks in a unique way. It goes right to the heartstrings like nothing else quite does. At least for me and hopefully for you as well. Okay. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Take care.
Thank you
Bye.
again.
Thanks, Lenny.
Thank you. Thank you, Susan.
There are no words.
There are no words. Thank you, Geraldine, for being here.
Time to go eat corned beef and cabbage.
Bye-bye,
Len,
everyone.
okay
Bye-bye.
if I end this? Len, is it
Yes.
okay if I end this? I need to.
Who ended up recording this? Did you do that, Len?
Yeah, I don't know how to stop it.
You have to stop.
Yeah, stop the recording.
How do I stop it? I don't know how to...
There should be where it says recording. If you click on it, there should be a place to say stop recording.
Pause, stop recording, yes.